Okay, so get this, right? You know how they say truth is stranger than fiction?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're diving into this local news story
Okay.
that is just unbelievable.
Oh,
Like, you
really?
can't even make this up.
Oh, wow.
It's about this first grade teacher who was stealing jewelry from our own students.
No way.
Yeah, I know. It's
What?
crazy.
Seriously?
Yeah, and we've got the sentencing report right here.
Oh, okay.
And it's quite the story.
I bet.
It's like something out of a bad movie, you know.
Oh, wow. So what did she do?
So apparently she would
Mm-mm.
she'd have all the kids take off their jewelry
Okay.
when they were, washing their
Yeah,
hands,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then she would just pocket it.
What?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
I know. And then when parents started to notice that things were missing,
Yeah.
she would just tell them that, oh, the kids probably just lost their stuff.
Oh my gosh.
You know,
Yeah.
like, can you believe that?
And that's what makes it so crazy is this wasn't just a one-time thing.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
It was a pattern, like a deliberate choice that she made
Exactly.
over and over and over again.
Yeah,
These are little kids, like they're so vulnerable at that age.
I know.
I mean, think about the psychological impact of that. Like their teacher, the person they're supposed to trust,
Right, right.
is taking advantage of them.
It's heartbreaking.
It is. It is.
So, okay.
Yeah.
So the reason that she gave for doing all of this was financial hardship.
Okay.
Her husband has some disabilities and
Right.
things were tight, I guess.
Okay.
But I mean, does that even begin to justify what she did?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it?
So
It's
you get-
complicated. I mean, her situation definitely adds another layer to how we see the crime,
For sure.
and how we see her. Um, but it also makes you think about like the bigger picture, like what kind of support is there for teachers who are struggling financially?
Right.
Are there resources out there that could prevent stuff like this from happening?
That's a good question. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes you wonder how often this kind of thing happens.
I know, right?
And we just don't hear about it.
Yeah, exactly.
And the article also mentions that as part of her her plea bargain,
Okay.
she waived her right to appeal,
Oh, wow.
and her daughter even pleaded for leniency during the sentencing. So
Interesting. So plea bargains, they're a fascinating part of the legal system, right?
yeah,
They basically offer a shorter sentence in exchange for a guilty plea.
right.
So it speeds things up, which can be good, but it also brings up some ethical questions.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know,
Yeah.
like imagine you're the prosecutor,
Mm,
okay? You've
mm.
got this whole community that's outraged by
What?
what this teacher did.
Yeah,
But then you also have to think about how much a trial is going to cost, how long it's going to take.
right.
So a plea bargain becomes this balancing act
Yeah.
between like justice
Yeah.
and just getting things done.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's all just so sad,
Yeah.
Thinking about the impact on those kids, the
Right.
whole school community, really.
Absolutely. It goes way beyond the jewelry that was stolen.
Mm,
It's this total violation of trust
right.
that could have really long-lasting effects.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's incredibly unsettling, this whole story.
It is. It is. It really makes you think, like, how can we as a society do a better job of supporting teachers
Mm.
and students
Yeah,
to prevent things like this from happening again in the future?
that's the question, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, this whole situation really gets you thinking about, background checks and maybe even more importantly, the kind of support system that's in place for teachers who might be struggling.
Yeah.
It's easy to judge, but we really need to look at the bigger picture and figure out how to prevent this from happening to other kids in the future.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Because who knows how many other cases like this are out there that we just haven't heard about yet.
Exactly.
That's a scary thought.
It is.
But hopefully by talking about it, we can at least raise awareness and start a conversation about how to protect our kids better.
I agree.
Because they deserve to feel safe and supported at school, and it's our responsibility as a society to make sure that happens.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, on that note, we'll leave you with that to think about.
Yes. Lots to ponder.
Till next time.
See ya.